There we go. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. So let me go ahead and do that whole announcement again. Basically, if you are on the live stream right now and you're live, hit the thumbs up button and say hello. If you guys are watching the replay, also hit the thumbs up button, say hello. It'll be a comment, and we can go ahead and get started here in just a minute. Sorry about the volume. Every time my computer does a restart, which it did today because it needed a software update, for some reason it disconnects the mic from my control panel, and I always forget. But we are here, and we do have sound. Sorry about that, guys. You should be able to hear me now. If not, then something's wrong with your computer at this point, because now I know the volume's working. Nothing like a good glass of water, right? But, like I mentioned, we're going to get started here in just a second. If you guys don't feel like saying, hey, you can write something in the chat, go ahead and ask a question or of some kind about your marketing agency, or just say hello. Simon, what is up, man? How's it going? Feel free to write your name or something about your agency. Give me a little bit of information about you, so that way I can get to know you a little better. It's one of my favorite parts of doing the live streams is getting to know all you guys a little bit better and hearing about your stories and where you're at in your agency journey, because we're all at different points in our journey. Some of us are, in similar areas, compared to some of us who are a little bit more down the road in our journey. Either way, it's always great to hear from anybody. Even people who are brand new to starting an agency have really great insight that people who might be a little bit further along in their journey might need to rehear. That's why I love doing these live streams, is it keeps me on my toes because I have to obviously be able to answer questions. I remember when I first started doing live streams, even though I'm very confident in my digital marketing knowledge, I was really nervous about doing live streams, like thinking that you guys were going to come on and stump me with all of these questions that I wouldn't be able to answer. But, I got more comfortable with it, obviously, and, I think I've probably done 200 of these live streams now. And I don't know why I was even nervous, because, again, I'm very confident in my ability to discuss and to explain digital marketing concepts, but it was really nerve-wracking in the beginning. I remember my first time going live, I was super nervous about what people were going to ask, and what people were going to say, and how people were going to react to my responses. But really glad that I kept doing it. I'm really glad that you guys keep showing up every week, and we can have a great live stream. Arkham, what's going on? Oh gosh, Harshiano, I'm going to guess, gaming. What's up, man? How are you? Simon, yeah, I saw you joined. Welcome to the family, man. Glad to have you as part of the digital marketing group or part of the DMS 2.0 school. By the way, guys, if you're looking for some free content, we are closing the group soon, so you're going to want to make sure you get added into it. Right below the video in the description, there's a link to a boot camp that I ran last week, and it's got 3 training videos. It's a 3-part series on the 6 steps that you need to take and a lot of the implementation aspects of running your agency. And we had a lot of fantastic feedback. People loved the training. Had a lot of people enroll in my Done With You program because of it. And it was due to the fact that literally we outlined the order of operations really to starting an agency and why most people end up having a really hard time achieving success with their business. And the reason why is because a lot of people don't follow the steps in the correct order. A lot of these other trainers out here, they give you the very bare bones of what an agency needs, and then they tell you to go out and start selling, which is so backwards, because what you realize is you go out and you land that first client, and then all of a sudden you realize you don't have the SOPs to be able to run the marketing campaigns. You don't know how to actually manage the fulfillment side of the campaign. Or even if you do, it takes you way longer than you should, so your clients aren't happy about it. Or maybe you even have the SOPs, but you don't have a team built yet, and so you're scrambling to try and build the team to fulfill the services, or you're trying to do it all by yourself, which is pretty much impossible. So it was a really great training that showed people, what steps you need to take and in what order you need to take them to ensure that your business is set up and ready to run at the right level. And so we had, again, a lot of people sign up for my Done With You program, because the point of that program is literally to walk through everything with you and get you set up super quickly. Most of what I've noticed Again, I've had around 6,000 students enroll in my programs. And after doing it, for almost 5 years now, training you guys, and then seeing all these students come through the program, you start to realize some things. And one of the studies that we kind of performed, and which led us to some data that showed us, was a lot of new agency owners like yourselves take, on average, guys, and I want you to really hear this, on average, it's taking the new agency owner anywhere from 8 to 16 months to get their agency up to $20,000 per month and profitable. Tons of people can get to that $20,000 per month mark, but for example, yesterday I spoke with a student who's being onboarded. She was doing 25 grand a month, but she wasn't really making any profit, and it was because of a few things. She didn't have the right team in place, didn't have proper SOPs. She was charging a little bit less than what she should have for the services she was providing. And so we onboarded her, or we're going to get onboarding her today or tomorrow, and we're gonna completely turn it around. I'm so confident in her ability to be able to take that agency and scale it to $50,000 per month in the next 6 months. And the reason why is because she's a hard worker. She already has a really good idea of what she needs to be doing. She just needed guidance and really systems that we could put in place for her. So I'm really excited to be able to work with these people that are enrolling in my Done With You program. If you are interested in learning more about it, we do allow you guys to schedule calls. The calls are with me, because if you're going to spend a decent amount of money, I want you guys to feel comfortable. And if you want to learn more about my Done With You or Done For You program, all you have to do is go to serialentrepreneur.academy, and we can set up a call with you guys and talk about that program. But other than that, if you guys have questions related to your agency, do me a favor and go ahead and throw them in the chat. Let's go ahead and get today started. Again, if you're looking for the boot camp, everything that I just previously talked about, the boot camp, the Done With You programs, all of my courses, free training stuff, all of that is in the description. So make sure you're going down there and checking that out at some point. You can wait till the end of the video if you like. I recommend that just because you don't want to miss the Q&A portion. But if you want to go check it out now, feel free to do that too. Raw Gnosis. What's up? Brand new to starting your agency. Well, welcome to the business, man. It's an exciting company. It's funny too, because I have friends, locally to me, and I actually had a friend come up to me the other day and ask me about rank and rent, which is a process where you basically buy a domain, you get it to rank on Google, and then you do it for a specific niche. So say plumbers. You build a plumber website. It's not an actual company that does plumbing, but you build the website, get it to rank. Then once you get it to rank, you start selling the leads that are coming into that website to plumbers around the area. Or you sell the site, basically you rent the site to a plumber and then just essentially sell them the leads. But the fact that he even came up to me and asked me, he's like, do you know about this process? He called it digital real estate, which is essentially rank and rent. But it blows my mind to see just everyone, no matter where these people are from, tons of people are getting into the marketing space. And it's because it is a very lucrative space. There's a lot of opportunity. And it's because, number one, a lot of agencies don't really do that great of a job. And it's because they don't have the proper training. They don't really understand marketing principles with regards to digital marketing and how they apply to the different styles of businesses out there, whether it be B2B, B2C, local versus national corporate brands. There's a big difference in how these campaigns run, and that's what really I'm passionate about, and being able to train people on. That's where we really shine and thrive with our students, is being able to help them figure out the best way to approach the niche that they're going after. After watching the bootcamp and a bit of the DMS 2.0 course, I'm confused about the ideal markup over the cost. Is 20% or 200%? So Simon, you would want to do 200% as your markup. You're looking for a 20 to 30% margin at least. Margin is different from markup. Margin is your profit, how much you're profiting. Your markup is however much your cost is for the labor, really just the labor aspects of it. You can try and incorporate software, but it's a little hard to do per customer, because every new customer, as long as your software costs don't change, it gets more affordable, really, right? Because let's say I pay $500 a month and I try to divvy that up over 10 clients, that's $50 per client. But then I get 20 clients, that's $25 per client, right? So it's kind of hard to do the software. And really, software is a lower cost in the agency space. You're really paying more for labor. So really what we do is, you look at your cost for labor and any big, parts that go into a campaign. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add your markup. So 200%, 150%, somewhere in there to start. And that's going to be the cost that you charge your clients. That's essentially what you do. If we don't have any investment to start an agency, then can we start as a freelancer and work with 2 to 3 clients and then start an agency when we have money, experience, and some case studies? That's actually what I would definitely recommend. If you don't have a ton of experience and you don't have the funding, starting as a freelancer, doing copywriting, or maybe graphic design, maybe video editing, maybe you can run Facebook ads and that's something you're good at. Maybe it's Google ads, maybe it's SEO, email campaigns, CRM management, community management. There's so many different areas you can get into to start making some money really quickly. So yeah, there's no reason to wait. If you have the means to work for yourself and you can just do freelance work, that's totally fine to start with too, and you can eventually build that into an agency. I've seen plenty of people do it that way. Is internship a good idea to get the foot in the door to get experience? Of course. Internships are a great way to get any type of experience. I did an internship when I was in college. I also went and got a real job at a marketing agency immediately after college, which kind of built on top of that. So yeah, internships are a great way because you're getting firsthand experience and it's in the space that you want to be in, right? Which is obviously going to be relevant to your journey when you start your own business in the future. So yeah, internships are a great way. And by the way, if you're just hopping in, I see we have about 17 people in here. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you love these live streams and that you want me to keep doing them. Or if I've ever taught you anything and you just want to say thank you to me, all I really love is the support that you guys give and the engagement you guys give. That's really all I need back from you guys. You purchase my courses outside of that, so that's thank you enough. But outside of that, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know that you love these types of videos and that you love these Q&A sessions. And again, if you have questions you would like to ask about your marketing agency, go ahead and throw them in the chat and let's get tonight really going. Let's get some good content, some good questions going. Thanks for the answer. Now, I know you've probably answered this question 1,000 times. I probably have. How would you go about signing your first client? Well, Simon, if you paid attention to the boot camp, then and I know you're just starting, don't worry about getting clients right yet. That was the main thing I preached about in the program. Is the last thing you need to be worrying about when you're brand new is getting clients. You need to finish the first 5 steps that I mentioned in the boot camp first, and then worry about clients. But once you are ready, then you need to start doing what's called pre-qualifying, which is where you go out and you start looking at businesses and try to figure out if they have the budget. We talk about that a lot in the boot camp. We talk about it in my training course, so go through that. And then once you've pre-qualified them, you know that they're likely able to afford your services, then you're going to reach out in some fashion, whether that be with a cold call, a cold email, a cold message. Typically, if you do all 3, you have a better chance because it's called omni-channel presence or omnipresence within a channel or within the different channels out there, meaning you're not only calling them, but you're going to message them and you're going to email them. You have the best possible chance of reaching them because you're trying to basically cast a net into all of the different areas where they could be engaging. What you guys have to understand is people engage differently than others, right? I'm going to engage online differently than you guys are going to engage online. So I use email a lot. I also use Messenger a lot. I try to ignore a lot of phone calls coming in because a lot of my phone calls are spam because of the businesses I run, unfortunately. Text message is a good way to reach me too. I would say the best 2 are Messenger online on some social platform or text messaging. Email would be probably after that, and then phone calls would be after that. But everybody engages differently, and so what you're doing by reaching out on multiple platforms, you're casting a wider net that allows you to potentially reach those people even more. But after you get the prospects on the line, then you'll set an info meeting. Once you have the info meeting and learn about their business and present an audit, then you're going to put together a proposal and pitch the proposal. That's essentially the process for signing. Then you have them sign a contract, you do the onboarding, you get payment, boom. What's your take on wine companies? Have you done any? No, Jesus. So I stay away from anything that's super heavily regulated, mostly alcohol companies, tobacco companies, anything that targets like adults only. I'm going to stay away from the financial industry, healthcare. They're just super real, like they're very, very heavily regulated. And when I mean healthcare, I don't actually mean like doctors and stuff like that. I mean like honestly on the insurance side of things. So like insurance companies, really hard to work with because there's a lot of red tape. So I would just be careful with those. And not to say that wine companies need here's the thing, guys, every business needs marketing. It doesn't matter who it is. Everyone needs marketing, and there is no just one good niche. There's several niches out there that are really great. So if you feel like, you have the ability to reach out to these wine companies and get them on board and do some branding with them, really the most important thing is understanding what type of marketing is going to be the best for them. When you understand that and you can provide results, then you can get as many wine companies as you like. Do you do all your own intro, demo, and closing calls, or have you trained a closer to do that for you? So we're in the process of training closers. We have appointment setters. Closing is a little bit more nuanced. You have to, and I, especially since, I'm very good at doing the closing part of it because I've done it so many times and for so long, it's hard for me to let it go. But we are in the process of building that closing sales team. When it comes to digital marketing services, it is a harder sell because you're selling to business owners. You're selling on the fact that they see it as an investment, which, it's hard to get a lot of people to wrap their mind around an investment in a business when they've already started the business. So they think that, investment's kind of counterintuitive. It's like, wait, I've already done that stage of the business. Why am I doing it again? Which can make it challenging. And not only that, you're selling like I mentioned, a high ticket product that they're going to commit to for several months at a time. So it's a little bit harder to do. And when it comes to closers, I really want them to have a deep understanding of product knowledge, meaning they need to understand the different services that we offer and, at least a base level of how they work. Because if you don't understand how they work and then you get into a meeting and, most business owners won't really ask too many questions because it's too far over their head. They won't understand it, but some will. And you want to be able to answer those questions for those people. So it takes a little longer to get your closers ready. I am 17 and want to start an SMMA. Over the last 2 years, I've been getting courses and Google ads and Facebook ads, but I don't know what to put as work experience. Well, Luis, it doesn't seem like you're probably going to have a ton of work experience yet because you haven't really done anything. Maybe freelancing might be a good option for you to start with, especially since you're younger. So getting on a platform like Upwork and doing some freelance marketing services. That way you can put that experience on your background. I'm in Facebook ads and managing Facebook campaigns. I recently learned it, but I'm really confused that how can I even start freelancing? Well, here's the thing. You're going to need to have some kind of backup first. Or what I mean by that is some kind of practice. So whether that's you starting your own e-commerce company and trying to sell e-commerce products, it's hard to get someone to commit to Facebook ads when you've never done it before for another company. And the reason why is because Facebook ads is not like common school knowledge, right? So like for copywriting, most people learn how to write in high school, middle school, elementary school, college. Like most people can start copywriting without any, past customers and pick up a gig pretty quickly because it's writing. People expect other people to be able to write, but there's not the same expectation with regards to Facebook ads. So you have to have some kind of background or experience. Maybe saying you'll do it for free for someone to get that first little bit of experience. Sulaiman. I'm sorry if I got that pronunciation wrong. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. What's the best way to price your digital services? Hourly, value-based, retainer? Nope. Gerald, look up a process or a concept called cost plus marketing. If you aren't in my private group that I mentioned, that SMMA bootcamp, it's right below in the description. We actually talk about pricing your services on that call. You should check it out. Scripts, email scripts, and much more things. So how can I get set for that to ensure that I get good results? I mean, again, it's just going to come down to experience, man. You have to get the experience somewhere. There's no way, and you can't get stuck in the analysis by paralysis by analysis type of mentality, meaning you're just trying to perfect everything until it works. Which, if you don't run it, how are you going to know whether it works? You just got to get out. You have to kind of break through that barrier and just kind of get out there and start doing it, and understand that you're going to mess up along the way. It's okay. Everybody does when they first start. Just get used to that and accept it and use it as a learning experience, something that is a benefit to you because of the fact that you're able to get training. I'll make sure to have the proper structure before reaching out to prospects. Just wondering if the objection about not having any previous clients is going to be hard to overcome. It is actually hard to overcome. That's why I recommend potentially using like a white label service. Another thing that you can do is the people that you're hiring, as contractors, you can use their case studies because so for example, if I went out and I landed a client and I told them I was going to run Facebook ads and then I hired a Facebook ads manager who has a lot of success, I'm going to use their case studies and say, here's the results that we've been able to get with our clients. And the reason why is because you're using the Facebook ads manager who's run those campaigns before. So using other people's case studies is a good way to help with that in the beginning. I would love to guest blog you on my website when I am done. How can I reach you personally? I mean, you can send us an email at info@serialentrepreneur.academy and reach out to us that way. I can't promise anything because we get a lot of these requests every single week. But if it lines up with our goals as far as what we're trying to do with our brand, then, maybe we can put something together. We've never done any inbound marketing. Most of our clients have been word of mouth, but I would like to build our own internal marketing. Where do you think we should start? You need to start building an internal sales team is what you need. Don't worry about like Facebook ad campaigns, Google ad campaigns. You need to start building a sales team, an internal sales team. People who are setting appointments, people who are closers and building proposals and closing deals. Insurance companies are difficult because of regulations. What about loan officers? Loan officers, there's not as much regulation. Insurance, and what I mean by regulation is government regulated. The government is very, very involved with insurance companies and the rules that surround the insurance industry. That's what I mean by that. I know it's recommended to ask the prospects what their ad spend budget will be before creating the proposal, but see, that's the thing. You should not let them decide their ad budget because they're going to say, oh yeah, I got $200 to spend in a month. That's not anywhere near enough. What you should do is go in and you have to have an understanding of where the company stands financially and get an idea of how much they're willing to commit to the campaign itself. So if they're willing to spend about $5,000 a month, $7,000 a month, cool. That means I'm probably going to take at least $2,000 or $3,000 minimum out of that $5,000 to $7,000, and that's just going to be ad budget. The rest can be management fees. But the very minimum should be $1,000, probably $1,500 per month on ads. I know that you can reach a lot of business owners via social media, but how do you have like a certain way to reach out to those who don't? Wait. What do you mean, like who don't have social media? I mean, if they don't have social media, I don't know where the hell they're living. Pretty much everyone has some kind of social media account, whether it's a Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever. Everybody has some kind of social media account, so I'm not really sure how you wouldn't be able to find them. But yeah, if you're having trouble finding or getting access to the people, and what I mean is if you've actually tried and exhausted every option and you still can't get people to respond to you, yeah, it might be a good idea for you to adjust and switch niches. Maybe the approach you're taking isn't the right approach. Maybe they just truly don't respond, though I have a hard time seeing that. Eventually these businesses do respond. They do get out there and start looking for marketing. So I haven't really ran across a niche that just doesn't talk to you at all. It's just about the approach. For example, like with doctors. That's why pharmaceutical sales reps, they go in and they set lunches with all of the doctors they're trying to sell to. And they pretty much stay on the road going and having lunch with all of these doctors every week. And the reason why is because it's a good way to get into the office with them. Because doctors are very hard to reach. They're not on their computers all day. They're definitely not in their email inbox. So unless you have their number directly, their personal cell phone number, it's going to be hard for you to reach them. So it's all about the approach you take. And sometimes you do have to get creative. Governments, we should get rid of them. I don't know about that. I think we kind of need governments. Governments were designed to slow down progress from free-thinking individuals. Oh, goodness, I'm not going to get into a political talk. We're going to talk marketing. Next question, since every new client does not get on board on the same day of the month, how do you manage your clients' payments? You just set up recurring subscriptions. Basically, recurring invoices that go out to the clients on the same day every single month. Is LinkedIn a good idea to get clients? Yes, it is. Are they all on the same day No, they're not all on the same day of the month, or do you receive their payments on different days? I do different days personally because I want to get paid, every 30 days. I want that new income to be coming in. I don't want some people will do, the end of the month or first of the month is when they get charged no matter when they came in. And I just don't really, and then, they'll do like a prorated first month. I feel like that's just more complicated. For me, it's just easier to set a date for that client, and then you set up a recurring invoice in whatever invoicing software you're using. I do not have any software that I can recommend for WhatsApp bulk messages because I don't use WhatsApp. I would probably assume that there isn't something that's going to do WhatsApp bulk messages because they don't want the platform to become this massive spam platform where everybody can just send out bulk information to people. Kevin Hawthorne, what's going on, man? Happy to have you again. Where's everybody at in their agency journey? Are most of you just starting? Are you a couple years into this? Are you just several months into this? Where are you guys at in your journey? Do you have clients yet? Give me like a deep dive into your agency. Are you still building the internal infrastructure for your agency? Like, what's all that look like? My thoughts on the iOS privacy update, I think it's stupid, but Apple's going to do what they're going to do. One of their big spiels is, making sure that they protect the data of their users, even though they're still giving it up somehow. I think that it's dumb, but I do know that out of all of the Facebook marketers that I talk to on a regular basis and that are experts in that space, there are ways around it. There's software to get around it and different methods that you can use to get around it. It is a little bit more complex, but Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok, Google ads, they're not going anywhere just because of that update. So they can try all they want, but it's not really going to be that big of a deal. Planning on starting off doing most of the work. I will be offering Facebook ads and Google ads only. Daniel, I do not recommend you do that. If you haven't seen my boot camp, then you need to go right in the description, right below. Click the link. And if anyone is in here who's done this before, actually, I saw Chance respond earlier. Chance is one of my longtime students. We're working on getting his agency really fine-tuned. Chance will tell you right now, if you're going to take that approach, you're going to suffer. You do not want to be the one doing all the work, guys. You should, from the very beginning, start hiring people to perform these tasks, to run the campaigns. If you do what you're trying to do right now, I promise you, your agency will struggle. And if you don't believe me, ask all of the agency owners that I talk to on a regular basis. Some of them are on this call right now. How complicated it makes it for your agency when you try to run all of the services by yourself. It's not recommended. When creating the proposal, do you put only one pricing offer or something like 3 tiers so they can choose? So really what you want to do, Simon, is you can put multiple options for pricing on the proposal, but your job is to guide them into the right option, which is obviously usually going to be the higher ticket option if they can afford it. But the reason why you put different tiers is because you want them to, because at the end of the day, we're trying to come up with a budget. Unless they tell you, we have $7,000 per month to spend, that's all we can spend. At least you know your budget. But if they don't give you a direct number or a direct answer about how much they can spend, it's going to make it hard for you to guess that, right? You're just trying to do the best you can. So in that instance, you definitely want to make sure that your what was I talking about? God, I just completely spaced on what I'm saying. Oh, you want to make sure that you're offering different pricing options for the clients. That way you make sure if the first one is too high, the second option that you offer is right on target or pretty close. I've been taking courses, yours being one of them, but been informing myself with YouTube videos on Facebook ads and Google ads, and I feel pretty confident in myself and my abilities to create results. I know it'll be hard to get a client in the beginning, but you think I'm going about it the right way, or should I just offer? Oh, well, I just told you what I think about it. That's my piece of advice, Daniel, because again, don't do it. Chance just said it. Don't do it. He's literally going through the growing pains of fixing that issue right now. 1.5 years in, trying to transition from solo to agency, team of 4 contractors servicing the work, to the point where I can't actually be doing the work. Perfect, Gerald. That's the way you go about it, man. Building my mindset and infrastructure and also prerequisites for agency. I'm pivoting to SaaS because it's extra sticky. I'm adding AdWords for real estate and loan officers after I get to 50 SaaS clients. It's a good way to do it too. Hire a team. It would have been much easier to do that at the beginning, and you're not going to price yourself inappropriately. You need to be pricing your services according to how many people are on your team, who you're using on your team. That's the issue that a lot of people run into when they do the work themselves. They price it cheaper because they don't have to pay anybody else, which, number one, you're probably underpricing your services. You should probably be charging more. Number two, you can't pay for a team to come on and fulfill the work if you're not charging enough money. And that's where a lot of people get hurt, and then they're stuck doing all of the work themselves. So I recommend, again, building your team from the very beginning, guys. 100% on burnout. I bet you are, man. That's what happens. And the other side of it, the psychological side is you get burnt out running these campaigns all by yourself every day, working 80, 90 hours a week. The girl that I mentioned in the very beginning, who we just onboarded onto our Done With You program, she was managing all of her clients by herself and doing all of the work. She told me she was working 80, 90-hour weeks. And she was like, I got into this to not do that. So I strongly recommend, guys, building the team from the very beginning. Doesn't Go High Level have a way to get around iOS updates? I do not know, James. That's a good question, but I don't think so. How can I open a digital marketing agency? Wherever you live, go to your local business office, get a business license, get a tax ID, open up a bank account, and start building your agency. It's as simple as that. I have a full-length video on my YouTube channel about how to start your marketing agency. It's actually a 2-part video because I think it's like 3.5 hours of content. Definitely go check that out if you're interested. What are some tips for digital marketing agency? Marissa, can you be more specific? There's, millions of tips that I could give. Do you have something specific you would like a tip about? Do you include your taxes? There are no taxes. You're performing a service. You typically only do taxes on products. That's it's a product tax or a sales tax for a product. On services, you don't usually incorporate a tax. So you do forget. I was like, damn, Jordan, don't miss anything. What are you talking about? Just signed up for your Facebook group. First time viewer, great stuff. Gerald, glad to have you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Going up or get a group. Yep. What Chance said, I need SOPs. Hey, Gerald, I sell my SOPs, just so you know. They're fantastic. If you want to work with me, it depends. We have a Done With You program and a Done For You program. The Done With You is $4,500. The Done For You is $6,500. We do have payment plans for both of those programs, but I can guarantee you this. If your agency is already running smoothly and you're just kind of stuck and need some help, kind of restructuring, getting all of the systems in place, that program will take you to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 per month very, very quickly. Especially if we love working with people that have their agency kind of already up and running, but they're stuck or they're struggling to really grow it. Those people were actually our favorite clients because you're already committed to the process. You've shown that you can do it. Now all you need is the proof behind it and the systematic approach to it, and you're able to scale that very quickly. Every student that we brought in that was like at $5,000, $10,000, we've taken them to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or more within the first 3 to 4 months after them graduating the program. And even people who are not, established in the agency space, it's still fine because you're honestly starting with a leg up, because those people that I'm talking about that are making $5,000, $10,000 but they're stuck, it took them a year to get there probably, and they're still stuck. So you're starting off on the right foot a year earlier than they were. Like SEO services and Facebook ads, making a website. Yeah, what about them? I'm not sure. What's the best and easy service I can begin? Here's the thing, man. There is no best. There is no easy. If you guys are looking for here's what I want you guys to really understand. I'm sorry that other agency trainers out there have given you guys this false idea of what running an agency is. There's no easy. There's no best. All right. All of the options are great options. All of the options are hard work, and they take time, and you have to learn about them, and you have to really devote effort to this process. None of this is going to be easy, and I'm never going to sugarcoat it for you guys because I don't want you guys to have the wrong idea about how this industry really works. It is hard work, but there's tons of opportunity, and if you are willing to work hard and really commit to the business and not just be wishy-washy and like when it gets hard you give up, if you're one of those people who can really commit and you take it seriously, you'll have success with this business. I promise you that. I live in Montreal where it's about half French, half English that is spoken. How should I approach PPC campaigns and SEO with that in mind in terms of targeting? So it doesn't actually matter what language. What you need to do is put, I guess for lack of better words, a software that you attach to your website that allows it to translate from English and French. And actually, Google does this a lot already. It knows what languages people are usually speaking. And so if I go to, for example, a Chinese website it asks me if I want to translate the site to English. And really, that's what you need to focus on, not what words you should use in French or in English. Just write as if you were taught. Really, what I would do is write the website in the language that most people are going to use. Even if it's only 1% difference, it's 1% more English than French, write it in English, and then it'll translate over into French. Daniel, it just depends. I can't really give you that answer about, he asked, how big should the team be when I start off? I would probably guess anywhere between 6 to 12 people. It just depends on what services you're offering, how big your contracts are. Again, the service offering, though, is the most important part. For example, SEO. Most people think SEO is just an SEO manager. No, you need an SEO manager. You'll typically need a copywriter. You'll probably need someone in analytics to set up tracking with relation to the pages you're creating and the content and the links that you're creating. So, it just depends on what services you're offering that will tell you how big the team is. What are the essentials I should hire starting off? Again, copywriter, graphic designer, video editor, SEO manager, ads manager, if you can, a project manager, CRM manager, and if you can, the CRM manager should be familiar with email campaigns and SMS campaigns. That's super helpful. So the base, like 6, 7 people are right there. What's the best okay, we already did that one. Dude, I have Facebook DM'd you a link to a video course on everything Go High Level because I saw you said it's overwhelming, which it is. Yep, it is. But again, guys, they put all of their training on YouTube. So if you're ever looking for answers on Go High Level, it's all on YouTube. Gerald, if you go to my website, serialentrepreneur.academy, again, serialentrepreneur.academy, if you go to that website and you click courses, you'll see at the very top, done with you and done for you. Click one of those, whichever one you're interested in. And then on that page, you'll see tons of call to actions to schedule a call with us if you're interested in learning more. But I'm glad this is all helpful to you guys. And that's the thing. That's why we do this every single Thursday, guys. If you're interested, we literally do this every Thursday. Granted, guys, I won't be here next Thursday. I'm going on vacation next week. I'll be in the Florida Keys, down in Key West, doing lobster fishing. It's a trip that I take every year. So again, I won't be here next Thursday, but I'll be back the following Thursday. We do this every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. EST. Also, I'm seeing that we only have 9 likes and we've had about 27 viewers, 25 viewers. I think we're at 24 right now. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button if I've taught you anything, if I've helped you at all with your agency, if you love this channel, if you love these live streams, or if you just feel like helping me out whatsoever. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button and let everybody else know that you enjoyed tonight's video stream. It helps the performance of the video and really helps other agency owners just like you find this information. That's my goal, is to help as many of you guys as possible build that business. And if you're trying to be stingy and say, oh no, we don't want more successful agencies, don't. Because trust me, there is plenty of room for all of us. Because here's the thing you got to remember, unfortunately, probably 80% of us won't make it. And that's just a business statistic. 80% of businesses out there, I think it's actually 90% of businesses don't make it past the first 3 years. And it's not because, in a basic sense, guys, and again, I'm not trying to put you down. I just want to be realistic with you guys. Just like I'm going to tell you, it's not an easy journey. It is complicated. This is a difficult business to run. But if you're committed and you're smart and you're willing to work hard, you can do it too. But the reality is, these businesses do fail. And that's in any industry across business. Not everybody can run a successful business. Not everybody's meant to be a business owner. And that's okay. But again, you just have to know, really what it comes down to is your work ethic. If you're a hard worker, you don't give up easy, you don't mind hard work, you don't mind a challenge, all of you guys can be successful with this stuff. Simon, happy to help, man. Glad you were here. I will see you in the course, I'm sure. So I want to offer Facebook ads and Google ads to start off. Great. Go hire yourself a Facebook ads manager and then hire yourself a Google ads manager. Make sure you understand their costs. I would recommend paying anywhere from $300 to $400, $450 for the services that you're going, for what you're going to hire them for per month. And that's per account. and then you'll charge your clients around $700 to $750 to manage their marketing campaigns on Facebook and Google. I'm planning to enroll in your course, but I'm a total newbie, but I've been in the marketing industry for 10 years, planning to start an industry myself. Do you have courses for beginners like me? Yep. Tina, you want to check out the Digital Marketing School 2.0. Again, if you go to my website, serialentrepreneur.academy, you click courses at the very top. You will, and scroll down a little bit, you'll see the Digital Marketing School 2.0. That one's a more affordable course. It's $549. Trust me, you will not find a better program for the cost out there. And even if I charge $2,000, my program would still be better than all of those other programs out of there. Like, I promise you guys. That's why I'm the only trainer out there that actually has open Facebook reviews that people can go and leave reviews on my course, and you'll see we have like a 4.9 average rating. Go find another trainer out there that actually allows people to leave open public reviews about their program. I guarantee you won't. And it's because we're confident in our ability to teach you guys how to do this stuff right. I hardly ever get a complaint about our program. Really, we rarely ever get that. Most people who go through our program, they're like, holy crap, this is so much better than any other program. It covers every single base. It gives us all the templates, all the information we need. So if you're looking for a program like that, Digital Marketing School 2.0, again, we do have a done with you and done for you program, which I recommend you checking out if you have the budget. But it is more expensive, but it will get you there a lot faster. Doing it yourself is always going to take a lot longer, because even though I'm giving you the systems, even though I'm giving you everything you need, it's just you still are going to have to go through the learning curve. It's inevitable. You're going to go through the learning curve when you do it all by yourself. When you work with someone like me, I'm going to help you be able to skip a lot of the areas where you might have messed up in the beginning. That's the benefit. So it is more expensive, but I promise you it's way more worth it. You'll reach your goals a lot faster, and we even offer payment plans for it. Where do you live, sir? I mean, country or region. I live in the United States. I live in Georgia, in the Atlanta area. How much does it usually cost to hire a team? Again, Daniel, that depends. It depends on who you're hiring. It depends on how many hours they're working. It depends on what services they're providing for you. There's not just an average cost about how much stuff like that. That's too general for anybody to be able to answer. I know agencies that are spending, $500 a month paying their contractors. Where, agencies like mine, I think the most we've spent in a month was like $15,000 on labor, and we're using overseas, so it is a lot cheaper. Like if we were to do that in the US, it'd probably be about $30,000, maybe even $40,000 in labor. That's why we've kept it overseas. A lot of our contractors are overseas because it's just more affordable, and we keep higher profit margins. Tina, no problem. I'm happy to help. All right, guys. Who wants the chance to win a marketing? It's a course, kind of. I mean, because there are 8 trainings that are always in there that you get access to immediately. But what I'm talking about is my mentorship program. Who wants access to my mentorship program? It's a mentorship program. We go live every single week, and it's a Q&A session where you actually hop on a Zoom call with me, and you're able to talk to me, not via chat. You can actually verbally talk to me. And we can discuss your problems. We can go through scenarios, run examples, everything like that. So if you're interested, I need you to do 2 things. Number 1, write in the chat that you would like to win or that you would like to play, because we're about to play a game where I give access away to my mentorship program every single week. So if you want to play, you have to do 2 things. Number 1, write in the chat, hey, I want to play. Yeah, let's play. Something like that. And then number 2, all you have to do is hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't done either one of those things, I'm sorry, but you don't qualify to win the mentorship program. But if you do want to potentially win, again, all I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question related to something that we've talked about tonight in the call, and then all you have to do is be the first to answer correctly, and you'll win the mentorship program. Anybody can win. That's the thing. So again, the 2 steps you need to take. Number 1, hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done it. If you don't hit the thumbs up button and you win, I'm not going to give you the program. Like, I'll just skip and go to the next person who got it right. The second thing you got to do is you got to put in the chat that you would like to play. So far, it seems only 3 people want to play. 4. I do. I would love to get that. I want to play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. So 4 people want to play. That's it. And I hope you guys all hit the thumbs up button, because if you didn't and I check and you won, then I'm going to have to give it to the next person. So make sure to hit the thumbs up button too. All right. Well, I'm going to ask the question. It looks like only 5 people want to play. which is fine. Just makes the odds better for those people. All right, Jesus wants to play. All right, guys, I hope all of you hit the thumbs up button as well as writing a message in the chat. And this question is going to be very, very easy if you paid attention. And if you were in my boot camp, it's going to be even easier for you. But the question that I'm going to ask you guys is, if you're brand new to the agency game, all right? You know, there's all types of parts that you have to do to get the agency going. You got to learn digital marketing. You've got to put together all of your processes, price services, find your niche, build a team, build SOPs, get clients, all of that. Out of all the things that you can do to get your agency ready, or that is part of the agency journey, what's the last thing that you should worry about when you're first starting? Because this is the first thing that everybody tries to do, and it's actually the last thing you should be focusing on when you first start your journey. What is that one thing that you should stop focusing on in the beginning and focus on everything else and get that all set first, and then you can focus on the last part? Anybody know the answer? I guess we will see. Oh man, Suleiman, paying attention. Getting a client. The last thing you should worry about. That is the correct answer. So Suleiman Muhib, you are the winner of the mentorship program tonight. Suleiman, do you have a Facebook page? Is my first question. Do you have a Facebook account? If you do, what I need you to do is write your name as it appears on Facebook in the chat right here on YouTube. Because what I'm going to do is I got to take a screenshot of that, and I'm going to send it over to my admin, and he'll send you a link to the course tomorrow so you can get enrolled. But I need you to, in the chat, I need you to write in the chat what your name is as it appears on Facebook. And then once you get done doing that, you're going to go to that link right there. That's my Facebook page. You're going to like the page, and then you're going to send me a message saying, hey, I won tonight's mentorship giveaway game, and I will make sure that my admin sends you a message tomorrow. No, Carol, getting results, and though, yes, that is, but the last thing you should worry about, because really part of the training, all of that is worrying about getting results. Like learning digital marketing, which comes way before getting clients, is part of the getting results portion of that, right? The last thing you guys should be doing when it comes to running your agency is going out and getting clients. If you don't have your SOPs built, if you don't have a team in place, you don't have your services priced for profit, if you're not really sure about your niche and you really truly have a deep understanding of your niche, if you don't have everything set up, your sales process set up, like you even need to have your SOP for your sales process created before you start going out and trying to implement it. Mohib Suleiman, cool. So it appears just like that on Facebook. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of your name real quick. Sorry. Where you at, Greenshot? There you go. And send this over to my admin. They will reach out to you tomorrow and let you know that you've won, and send you your access code. But I need you to make sure you go to Facebook and send us a message there as well, letting us know that you are the winner, and we'll send it over that way. But really great call tonight, guys. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope everybody learned something tonight. Again, we go live every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. EST. Do me a favor, add it to your calendar. Add a reminder to your calendar for every single week. We do this every week, and anytime you need help, you can stop by. I will be here, and you can ask questions. Again, I won't be here next week because I'm going on vacation. I'll be in the Keys at the beach fishing for lobster. So I won't be here next week, but the following week after that, we're getting right back to it, and I will be right back with you guys to answer your questions about your agency. But That is it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all had a great time. I hope that you learned something, and I hope to see you next Thursday, again at 7:30 p.m. EST. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend, and I will see you next time. But until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye, guys.